Hello there guys and welcome to MK Mobile 5.3 update sneak peek. And you know, if I'm making a video not on schedule and it's the second video in a long time, that means that there's lots of things to talk about. So there's a lot of information about the anniversary update 5.3. And some of it is actually absolutely insane. So let's jump right into it. We're gonna first of all watch a video that they posted on their YouTube channel, official MK Mobile 5.3 sneak peek, and then we're going to talk about a few other things that are also confirmed that might not be in this video. So let's get right into it. Oh, that is loud. All right, so let's watch the trailer first, and then we're going to discuss it. MK1 Shang Tsung, okay. We got a new Onslaught Fujin. This guy looks sick. Whoa, that's neat! Jade Friendship, okay. Remastered Black Dragon Tower. Classic Shang Tsung and Quan Chi as a battle pass. Okay, this is kind of cool that the man's video is playing right next, because man has much more details about the update because he is MK Mobile ambassador. So I'm gonna link man's video in the description. Go watch it in full entirety, because I'm not gonna cover everything. I'm just gonna focus on the most important things from the update 5.3. Honestly, what we saw in the trailer is nothing compared to information that Mand has. Alright, so first of all, we have a whole passive for Shang Tsung and his whole, basically everything about this character. He has special 1 with the snare, special 2 with incurability. Interesting. He gathers opponents' blood to craft powerful elixirs and conduct his ominous experiments. Combo Ender has a chance to be an ejection that gathers the blood and adds to the blood pool. Shang Tsung collects the same amount of blood on taking attack, and special 2 injection fills the whole pool. When the pool is full, the pool is full. Sorry. An elixir of choice. Let me hide my camera so you can read it yourself if you want it. An elixir of choice can be crafted. It can be injected into the opponent's body to apply a powerful effect that leaves debilitating post-effects till the end of the match. My god, I'm sick and tired of characters who apply some cool effects that expire when enemy takes out. This is gonna last for the rest of the match. Yellow elixir drains all opponents' power in 1 second and leaves them with power generation reduced by 10%. Okay, 10% doesn't seem like too much, but this could be actually pretty useful in enraged or empowered battles. Red elixir stuns opponent for 3 seconds and leaves them slowed down by 10%. Okay, this one sounds huge. This could give your character an edge. Green elixir, and I wonder if can you apply multiple elixirs at the same, like, can you apply multiple red elixirs? Every time you fill up the blood, you just do another one, and another one, and another one, and make them slowed by 50%. Green elixir increases damage received by the opponent by 100% for 5 seconds and leaves them with 10% less chance to block an incoming attack. Okay, that is also very powerful. If an opponent is killed while any elixir effect is active, he resurrects on Shang Tsung's side as meat. It cannot use equipment or passive effects, but has 35% critical hit and unblockable attack chance boost. Wow. Shang Tsung is healed 25% of damage done by the creature. Okay, that sounds insane. That sounds absolutely insane. I feel like this guy is going to be very powerful. Team passive, Shang Tsung can be tagged in while his teammates are on the basic combo attacks. Counter-attack. What? You can counter-attack with Shang Tsung while in... Wow. Okay, this guy seems insane. This is MK1 Shang Tsung. We also have MK1... Onslaught Fujin. which has weaken and shield. Ooh, another character with shield on special too. After 10 successful basic combo attacks hits, Fujin can choose to gain Tornado, Ambush, Buff, or an instant random bonus. If basic combo attack is blocked, it counts as 0.5 hits for Air Wisdom. Okay, they do like making these new characters with like a whole new bar that needs to be filled up for some cool effects. Tornado, Ambush Buff, or a random bonus. So if basic attack is blocked, it counts as 0.5 hits. I don't like this. Once again, I don't like any passives or abilities that have to be activated from getting hit. The ideal playstyle with pretty much any character is to try to control the fight and not get hit. I don't like this so far. Tornado Ambush is active for 6 seconds, reduces the active opponent attack by 10%, 6% for bosses, and increases Fujin's attack by the same percentage for the rest of the fight. If a new opponent tags in while Tornado Ambush is active, their attack will also be reduced. Ooh! Maximum Fujin's attack boost and maximum attack reduction is 50%. On tag out, Fujin loses 5% of the increased attack amount every 5 seconds. What? Random bonuses. Instant damage, regain health instantly, dispel. But what do you mean or? Can you actually choose if you gain a bonus or you gain Tornado Ambush? Once bar of power instantly, gain 1 bar of power. Random... Okay, I don't like this guy, I'm sorry. So, from what I've seen so far, first of all, random bonuses is not good because, like, you can't choose. I like when you can choose what benefits you the most. Like, yeah, this... And also the fact that you need to get hit in order to even recharge. Wait a second, after 10 successful basic attack hits... Oh, so wait, so you recharge the bar by hitting the enemy, but even if you get hit, it still counts as half a hit for yourself. Okay, I'm dumb. Never mind, I take it back. It's like it's not main way to gain it, it's an additional way to gain it. So the way to gain it is to just doing basic attacks. Okay, I take it back. Sorry, I completely misunderstood the passive immediately. Yeah, this is good. But still, random bonus. I don't know. I'm impressed with Shang Tsung. Not sure about the Fujin. We're gonna have to wait and see. Guys, now let's see the most insane and the most, in my opinion, the best thing about this upcoming update. The Dragon Crystals. Now, according to Mand, Dragon Crystals are a new currency. That is basically the way they promised in the previous update for the veteran players to be able to gain to easy way to get characters that they don't have maxed out. So apparently this new currency is gonna allow you to buy special packs that are guaranteed to get you a character or piece of gear that you don't have maxed out. Apparently there's gonna be a separate pack for characters and separate pack for equipment. And if you buy it with these Dragon Crystals, you're guaranteed to get a card that is not maxed out in your collection. Now, the way you get Dragon Crystals are by either completing towers. Apparently, it's going to be one of the additional rewards for tower completions, if I understand it correctly. I'm not sure if you only get it from Battle to Hundreds, or if you get it like a random drop throughout the towers, potentially. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. But the most reliable way to get these crystals is by reselling the characters. So you know how before, if you resell a duplicate character, if you get somebody who was already maxed out, you would get some souls back. Well, now instead of souls, you're gonna get Dragon Crystals. Now, if I'm being honest, the way it sounds right now, it feels like a double-edged sword. It's gonna be extremely good for veteran players, but it feels like it's gonna be very underwhelming for like intermediate players that potentially have some characters maxed out. For example, imagine the situation. You are, like for my main account, where I literally just have a couple diamonds left to max out. This is perfect. This is incredible. This is super powerful. However, for my beginner account, where I have, let's say, all of my gold cards maxed out, also I wonder if this only works for diamond cards or does it work for gold. Mand didn't give us too much details, but once again, for all the information, check out his video. I'm gonna link it in the description. I'm just giving you a quick summary. So the way I understand, if somebody, let's say, gets a duplicate, they get some of this currency. But if you don't have, like, if most of your diamonds are not maxed out, it feels like it's gonna be a waste to spend this currency to get potentially a random card that is not maxed out. Like, the biggest value from these crystals is gonna come if you only missing a couple hard-to-get characters in your collection. So that means that most of the people, the best way for them to use these crystals is to not use them and just hoard them until they reach very, very late game. Once again, I can be completely wrong. It's just from the way I understood how these crystals work. It seems like the only people who can actually get serious benefit from them are complete veterans with, I would say, at least 60% of their diamonds fully maxed out. If you're below that, you can potentially open this and get yourself a Ronin Kitana, even though you could probably get somebody better. And there's easier ways to get Ronin Kitana, so you can target hard-to-get characters. That's the thing. So, but we'll wait and see. In any way, I'm glad that they're finally addressing getting souls back for resells, which, in my opinion, souls is complete waste. At least now, we're gonna be able to guarantee ourselves some decent card. Also, if it works for golds and diamonds, does it mean that you can potentially spend your crystals and get a gold card back that you just did not have maxed out yet? Like, if there is some new challenge gold cards or some new pay-to-win gold cards, is there a chance that you can get the gold card instead of diamond? I don't know. It seems like it has some drawbacks and also it has some benefits. We're gonna have to wait and see exactly how it's implemented in the next update. For now, I'm gonna reserve my judgment. It definitely sounds like a very interesting feature. Also, by the way, according to Mand, there is going to be a limit, a daily limit, how many crystals you can acquire. So if you are sitting on 1 million souls or some crazy amount of souls, you'll not be able to convert all of them into crystals by just getting duplicates at once. You're gonna have to spread it out. In my opinion, this is fair and it makes sense. So the Black Dragon Tower is gonna come back, and all of the gear for Black Dragon Tower has been reworked. I'm not gonna touch on it in this video, but I will make a separate video where I go through every single piece. You can also, if you want, you can pause the video and read all of the descriptions, but I will make a separate video on the new gear. Once again, I haven't even looked at it, so I don't know if it got better or worse. Hopefully it's better. So yeah, we're getting 2 new friendships. We're getting Sub-Zero friendship. We're getting a Jade friendship, which is pretty cool. I love Sub-Zero's friendship. It's my favorite. And also we're getting 2 new pieces of gear for both Jade and Sub-Zero, potentially Krypt pieces, because according to, like, judging by recent updates, all of the friendship gear now comes in Krypt, so I don't see that changing in the next update. Once again, we're gonna take a look at all this gear in a future video, or you can check out Man's video to read all of the passives and descriptions. Now, speaking of Krypts, apparently there is lots of new changes to the Krypts. So according to Mand, the normal difficulty of Krypts is going to get nerfed, meaning that even the most beginner players will now be able to actually complete normal difficulty of Krypts. Another change is going to be a new consumable that will allow you to refresh enemy teams. Basically, they are trying to recreate the same mechanics they have in Survivor mode in the Krypt mode. So we are getting a consumable to refresh your enemy team. And we're getting a new support card for Krypts that works exactly like support card for Survivors, the Survivor of the Fittest, which will allow us to heal in between the matches in Krypt, which in my opinion is gonna be insanely OP. This will, like, if you manage to get a support card at decent fusion, it will decrease your reliance on the character that have regeneration and ability to heal your team or gear. If you have it at a decent fusion, you'll be able to use more teams in Krypt runs, and it's gonna make it much easier to heal in between battles. Another change that Man says coming to Krypts is that we can finally get a decent amount of experience from Krypt fights. Before, fighting in Krypt barely gave you any character experience, so now fighting in Krypt will be a viable method of leveling up your characters, which is incredible. Also, feats of strengths are getting reworked. Basically, now you don't need to grind battle mode for any of the feats of strengths in the next update. All the battle mode tasks in feats of strengths are going to be replaced with either Krypt battles or tower battles, which is basically shows me that they are completely abandoning battle mode, and they realize that nobody cares about it, so they're not gonna force anybody grind it anymore for any reason, which is fair. A couple bug fixes. The horse stance is getting fixed. The death mark bug is getting fixed, so the death mark is gonna go back to work like it used to work. So it was a bug. It wasn't a nerf to death mark. I know a lot of people are gonna miss horse stance, but let's be honest, that was way too overpowered. There's a couple more character fixes and bug fixes, but yeah, there is more details about the update. Once again, go check out Man's video. I don't want to just go through every point that he makes. I just focus on the biggest ones and the most important, in my opinion. Okay, so what are my thoughts about the update 5.3 and everything that we just learned? Keep in mind, they are branding this as an anniversary update, and we had to wait. I think the last update we had was, what, in December? And that update was barely an update, so let's be honest. The last real update was probably at least 6 months ago, even more than that. And this is coming as a crazy, supposedly big anniversary update after a long time of no meaningful content. And do we actually get any meaningful content in this update? We don't. We don't. Like, it's a good update, don't get me wrong. I'm super excited for the new currency, even though I have a feeling that most people will not get huge benefit out of it, but maybe I'm wrong. The crypts, they keep making crypts more grindable, so now it should be easier with all the new changes to crypts and more beneficial to actually grind crypts, and especially adding new gear into the crypts. We're getting four new pieces of crypt gear. We're getting reworked tower gear, so the crypts they're trying to make them more and more attractive. And I'm gonna be honest, I might grind some crypts in the next update. It sounds like there is not gonna be much else to do, because what else are we getting? We're getting a reworked Black Dragon Tower. Once again, I mean, I'm not the one to try to push the new towers down our throat. At least the gear, at least we'll be able to get some fusions on the gear, because I'm pretty sure most people don't have their tower gear maxed out. So I'm not mad that there is no new tower. But if you think about it, there is not that much new stuff. We're getting 2 new characters that are basically already exist in the game. They're just different. They're just new skins. And getting Onslaught Fujin, which it seems like is a diamond card, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, my bad. Onslaught Fujin is a gold card. So we're getting a whole new Onslaught team. If you look at this update, if you zoom out a little bit, we're getting 1 new gold card, 1 new diamond card. We're getting another tower rerun. Even if they reworked the gear and rewards, it's still... I don't consider it a new content. Though, if the gear is really good, it might be worth it. We are getting a new currency, which, even though it's something that a lot of people have been asking for a long time, is still just... It's a tiny little change. Even though it's a good one. Once again, I'm not trying to diminish how important it is for a lot of players. It's just not groundbreaking, you know? They are adding completely new characters in their other games. Like, they added Peacemaker in Onslaught and Injustice 2 Mobile. Why not add him in MK Mobile? Why doing... Like, they release... There's so many characters that people are requesting. We've been teased about the Spawn. I don't know if that was a real leak or if it was a fake leak, but people are clearly excited to see some new characters, and there is so many to choose from as well. And yet they decide to released 2 skins that I've never seen anybody asking for MK1 Shang Tsung. He doesn't even look that different from MK11 Shang Tsung. They look pretty much the same. Fujin looks cool. Okay, the new Fujin design looks cool. The shirtless man, definitely gonna replace Raiden in terms of the most attractive brother, but it's a gold card which will stay pay to win for a long time. Yes, you'll be able to get him from Krypt, probably 1 fusion, but what are you gonna do with Fusion 1 Fujin? So even though I see a lot of really cool, like, they're making good changes to the game. I feel like the success of this update, and if it's gonna save MK Mobile or not, is gonna come down to, first of all, the server issues. Are they going to fix random crashes, random disconnections that basically absolutely ruining people Krypt runs? Like, what is the point of having all these Krypt improvements if your game can just log you out in the middle of the Krypt fight and you lose your entire character team and you have to spend your consumables to revive them and heal them, even though it wasn't your fault? Or if the game just keeps giving you this profile sync issue which can absolutely wreck your team. I don't know. I feel like if they do address all of those issues, if the game is going to become stable, even like one simple change. Okay, if you can't fix these server issues, just make sure that there is no checks during the fights. Make the checks in between the fights if the server is available. Do all this syncing between the fights. Do not try to establish any connections to the server in the middle of the battles, because it makes no sense. I feel like if I have to restart the game in between the fights, it's not going to be such big of a deal compared to having to do this in the middle of the fight. That is going to be a huge point. And also the fact that so many people have been losing interest because of the lack of the new content. And it doesn't seem like we're getting a lot of new content in the next update. So it's tough. I can't say that update 5.3 is gonna save MK Mobile. I really don't. I really don't think it will. I think it will buy it some more time. I feel like they need a proper update 6.0 with actually new content, potentially new game modes, some new quality of life changes. This update is definitely bigger than update 5.2. I will give them that, and it brings a lot of features that are gonna make people's life easier. But I feel like they just need more to bring back the interest into the game in a meaningful way. You know what I mean? Once again, great job, guys. Cool update, but if that's gonna be the last update of 2023, and then the next update we're gonna get in like 6 months again, I don't think there's gonna be anybody left by update 5.4. They need to do more. They definitely need to do more. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Mend was super optimistic. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. Even watching his full video with all of the changes that are coming, even though I agree they're great changes, I just don't think it's enough. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be negative or pessimistic, but I wish they've said more about fixing the already existing issues, which make the game very, very frustrating sometimes. Like just simple server issues, people's account getting reset and stuff like that. I wish they addressed that. I feel like that would give us so much more confidence in the future updates, but I didn't hear anything. Maybe they did. Maybe they did fix it. So we're gonna have to wait for update 5.3 and see. Anyway, it might be dropping later this week, maybe dropping next week. Maybe we're gonna have more sneak peeks as well. I'll keep you updated. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, if you read the reviews, I do not see a single positive comment. Now the game is dead. Okay, there is one positive comment. This is actually sick. I love it. Can't wait. Okay, there is some positive. More of the same. This game is dead. Yeah, this seems to be the consensus. People people were really hyping up this update. Like, I feel like developers did not realize how long it was and how much people wanted to see like an actual big update. Like, they were willing to cut him some slack for update 5.2 being basically an empty update, but they had super high expectations for update 5.3, and it just doesn't look like it's gonna deliver. But I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. I want more people to play this game. More players return back to MK Mobile because it's literally benefits me. So I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more, and goodbye.